Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So happy Friday. Um, Things are about to get crazy for XRP once this government shutdown is stopped or ended or is finally resolved. So let me know what you guys think. I think XRP is heading for a all-time high. People are saying $10. People are saying $25 by the end of the year, maybe $5. Let me know in the comments, what is your price prediction for XRP for the end of the year? And always, let's turn on the screen share and see what we can see. First off, this is our sponsor, Caleb and Brown. Shout out to Caleb and Brown in their 24/7 support. And these guys give you a one-on-one broker, and they actually do personally self-custody your crypto. So if you're new to crypto and you're looking for a crypto brokerage or someone to help you navigate the crazy world of crypto, check out Caleb and Brown. You can use my link in the description and let me know what you think. I think it's a good opportunity to get in and understand, and you also get a person to help you, and you get your own brokerage. So big shout out to Caleb and Brown. I know you guys have been signing up. So let's get to it. This is a quick short from my man, Levi. Let's see what Levi has to say real quick.
So, section B compares Bitcoin. Bitcoin, in many ways, is a success rate, but not when it comes to the throughput. XRP. Here we go. Check this out. Section B compares Bitcoin. Bitcoin, in many ways, is a success rate, but not when it comes to the throughut of Bitcoin. To confirm a transaction, take an hour. I can do Bitcoin by coffee unless you want to wait there an hour for it to confirm the transaction. And then the transaction cost would be pretty high. So your Bitcoin handles somewhere around 10 transactions per second. Today, XRP can do 1,500 transactions per second, so that's better. Now the question is, hey, how do we get to 25,000? Well, we've increased the throughput of XRP many-fold by having some of the best, truly the best C++ team on the planet working on this problem. And so there's work to be done there. But I think what the question doesn't fully recognize is that when you work with banks, we're using as an underlying technology the ledger protocol. It allows you to point.
Clearly, we know XRP is better than Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's too slow to do these kind of processing. But let's check over to X real quick and see. Actually, let's check XRP currently. XRP is up 1.6% on the hour, down 1.4 on the day, down 13.5 on the week, down 23.5 for the month, 32.5 for the 90 days, but still up 304 for the year, according to Live Coin Watch. According to Coin Market Cap, just refreshing that real quick. We're waiting for that to refresh. This is the 5-minute chart. Said several green candles on the 5-minute chart. RSI is 61.4. And it looks like on the histogram, we are building volume, and the blue is slightly above the red, which is bullish on the MACD indicator. Oh, wow, looks like a nice little candle on the 5-minute. Over the 15-minute, there's definitely a green candle here, and we're building volume on that 15-minute chart. Moving over to the 45-minute chart, that's also showing some wow, several green candles on the 45-minute chart. RSI is 50.14. Blue over red, so we're bullish on the MACD and we're building volume. coming back over to, actually, let's check the 2-hour chart before we go. Massive green candle on the 2-hour. Zoom out a little bit. You guys can see that. Our side's 42 on the 2-hour, but we're losing volume on the MAC, and MAC shows bearish on the 2-hour. And since we're here, we'll finish it off on the 4-hour. 4-hour is also showing bearish, and there is a slight green candle on the 4-hour. So let's go back to CoinMarketCap. Says it is down 0.98 for the day. Market cap is 132.9 billion, down 1.1% on the day. Market cap was 132.9 billion, down 0.98 actually. 24-hour trading volume is 5.4 billion, down 6.5 on that 24-hour range. Let's go over to X. So on X, looks like getting ready for the XRP ETFs to start getting approved within the new listing standards. You better believe BlackRock and Vanguard will be tapping in. Stay locked in. XRP Ripple. Franklin Templeton registers on DTCC website with XRP ETF ticker XRPZ. Really? I'm going to check that out today, actually. See what these guys are talking about. Oh, it actually was here. And I looked at this earlier and didn't even realize what I was looking at. So these are actually the ticker signs. So I'm going to check to see if they are on Fidelity yet, or if we'll still have to wait. Let me know in the comments if you guys are getting into these XRP ETFs. I think we'll have to wait for the government to reopen before they start issuing these. Analysis lists 6 reasons why XRP could repeat a 633x returns. Reasons XRP could again outperform Bitcoin. What? What if XRP repeats the 63,233% rally? Shut the front door. Um, Franklin Templeton proposes XRP ETF has appeared on the DTCC website, signaling movement in the approval process. This step follows the recent Ethereum ETF bid, raising fresh questions about what comes next for XRP. Play this video real quick, which actually makes a lot of sense.
Once the reset happens, how many XRP will you need to hold to be essentially considered wealthy, to be considered rich? Like, what will you need to hold? There's a lot of people out there that say 1,000 XRP, 5,000 XRP, but I've been in the game a long time, and I've been in since XRP was around 7 cents. So, talking to somebody a long time ago, the conversation came up: how many XRP will people need to hold to be wealthy? And the conversation pretty much went like this: when the reset happens and XRP, the XRPL, is carrying the bulk of all currency transfers throughout the world, the average human will only need to hold about 10 XRP, 10, to be a millionaire. And at that point in time, being able to hold one will be extremely rare. Only real wealthy people will be able to hold one.
So if what he's saying is real, right? You only need 10, and we have thousands of XRP. I'm not saying we're going to be crazy rich, but we're probably going to be, well, crazy wealthy, but we're probably going to be pretty rich, right? It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes because we don't know what's going to happen. But I'm just saying. Brad Gitzenhauser drops major insight at Ripple swale. Ripple valued at a 40 billion with 500 million investments from giants like Citadel and Forest, a clear signal that traditional finance is leaning into XRP. He also hints the XRP ETF is imminent.
When you were embroiled in that battle with the SEC, did you think you'd be sitting here talking about how fast regulation is coming or legislation is coming to the United States? A $500 million investment from firms like Citadel and Fortress. Like, did you think you would be here?
I'll give you a very honest and very recent answer to that. I just interviewed Patrick Witt from the White House on stage here, and as I was sitting there, I was the interviewer, which is a fun place for me to be versus the interviewee.
Much easier.
Much easier. But I had a moment of thinking about. I remember he was talking about the president had talked about making America the crypto capital of the world on 60 Minutes. And I remember thinking to myself as I was doing this interview, like the fact that the president is on 60 Minutes talking about crypto, that alone, I would not have thought we would be here. So, I mean, look, the journey that many of us have been on with the crypto industry has been long. It's had ups, it's had downs. Certainly the SEC lawsuit that the SEC suing Ripple was a painful part of that chapter for Ripple. And I really think for the industry because it was so important. But it is a much brighter day.
Yeah.
And look, there's a lot of reasons for that, but a lot of it starts with a constructive engagement from the largest economy in the world. And I don't know why crypto ever had a partisan tone. Like it just doesn't make sense to me why it got partisan. So I don't think about it necessarily as Republican or Democrat. I think of it as being pro-progress, pro-American leadership around these important technologies.
So as Brad mentioned, right, these are definitely important technologies that will continue to come. And XRP will be one of the leaders in the technology. So let me know what you guys think. Are you with it, against it? What do you think? This is what we're waiting for. Breaking news, the U.S. shutdown is coming to an end. All spot XRP ETFs are ready. Telling you guys, when these ETFs hit, the price of XRP is finally going to push past freaking $5. Dear President Trump, we write this to demand bipartisan meeting of legislator leaders to end the GOP shutdown of the federal government and decisively address the Republican healthcare crisis. Democrats stand ready to meet with you face to face anytime, any place. Hakeem Jeffries, House Democrat leader, Charles E. Schumer. So we'll see what happens here. XRP will shock everyone in 1 to 3 months. I think you're right, Stefan. So this is Brad confirms XRP is definitely happening. XRP leads as the top US aligned digital asset, while real tokens built on XRPL is posed to power the global real estate tokenization. Boom. Massive liquidity expected to flow into XRPL over the next 60 days. This is Simpsons predict XRP 100K by 2026. I don't know. This is kind of hopium, but I'm definitely with it, right? If you like it, I love it. The U.S. Senate is expected to vote today on legislation to end the government shutdown. A successful vote would move the bill forward and restore federal funding, providing relief for workers, agencies, and broader economic operations. And it's got to stop soon, guys. With airlines canceling flights, it's getting too out of hand, right? It's to the point where public safety is at risk. I mean, come on. Breaking news, XRP network activity just exploded. New addresses just spiked hard. Every time the diversion happens, a rally follows. Don't let a red candle shake your conviction. This is where dips become setups. Are you ready? Are you really going to sell XRP before it starts moving? That's kind of weird. This is the last one. Breaking XRP set to overtake PayPal, Venmo, and Swift as the future of global payments. Experts predict XRP could soar past 10,000 institutional adoption coming for bonk. That's weird. But we will see. But let me know in the comments. And as always, it's your main man BTM here. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. And it's okay to be different. Maybe it's not you that's different. Everyone else is. But as always, it's your main man BTM signing out. Peace out. Happy Friday. And see you when I see you. Miner.